Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are on today's open house tour and market update. I'm super excited to get started. I'm just going to go over a few housekeeping rules for everyone that is joining us. So people are just sort of tuning in here and letting everybody in. And what I would suggest is if you are new to Zoom, or even if you've used it before, in the top right-hand corner of your screen, there's going to be a button that says Speaker View. I would like everybody who's tuning in as a guest today to please go ahead and click on Speaker View. That way, you'll be able to see full screen what is going on at the time of when someone's speaking. So the most important things there. Okay, so Speaker View in the top right-hand corner instead of Gallery View. That way it'll give you the largest screen with the most important people. So we're just gonna wait another minute or so here. It's just 11:04 before we get fully started. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Okay. I think that should be good. My colleague in Charlotte is going to be letting everybody else into the room as they come. And Peg, you can hear me okay, right?
I can hear you great.
Great, awesome. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So today we are going to be doing a house tour again, another market update. We've got our special guests joining us, Peggy Hill and Nick Lefouye from Mortgage Wellness. And we're actually going to be starting today at a beautiful home in Springwater. So first of all, we are going to see Nikki at 3169 Barrie Hill Road. And she is there with us right now. And she's going to give us a really quick tour of this beautiful home. Hey, Nikki, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for doing this with us today. We're really excited to see this beautiful home. So please feel free, take it away.
Yeah, so we're at 3169 Barrie Hill Road in Springwater. So this is an absolute sprawling home. It's a triple car garage estate bungalow loft. Actually, it's a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bathroom. The best part about this home, it's got a detached 8,700 square feet shop. So full HVAC system in there, plumbing. It used to live as a classic car museum. You can fit trailers, RVs, boats, whatever you want in there. It also doubled as a workspace. So working from home, you could take it to a whole other level. So what I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you a quick little teaser of this home. We're going to touch on the lower level. So I'm going to spin you around again. If you have any questions, please let us. So coming in here, this home actually features like a nanny suite, so like a little apartment. So great for multi-generational living, really great for adult kids who are still at home, nannies, anything like that. So you've got this awesome built-in shelves here, really nice touch. You've got a fireplace over in this corner. The lower level apartments, actually, it's quite large. It's got tons of above grade windows, lots of natural lighting here. You don't feel like you're in an apartment at all. You've got this awesome extra cabinetry here, really nice glass uppers. Over this way, we've got a kitchen, stove, lots of cabinet space, dishwasher, and a fridge. So this lower level apartment, again, this is only like 1/10 of this house. You've got a 3-piece bathroom over here, standalone shower. So I'm going to take you over to the basement part, which is absolutely stunning. This home is an entertainer's paradise. So look, when you come in through here, they've got this awesome foyer set up like a little Italian bistro, perfect for entertaining, having friends, family over. We're going to be so excited to see our friends and family after quarantine that this is the house you're going to want to be celebrating in. We have a full bar, again, custom cabinetry throughout, wired for surround sound, the whole home. So it's zone controlled. So this area here for, you know, bringing the band, practicing, celebrating with friends and family. You could use it as a rec room. You can use it as a gym. There's so many uses for this room, but it's got such a great feel to it. It's so, Courtney, look, it's like a little bistro.
I love the little bistro set. It looks adorable.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's got 2 temperature controlled wine cellars. So it's got these beautiful entry doors into your own personal wine cellar. Again, temperature controlled. This is one of 2 wine cellars. So when you have a home like this and you're entertaining, you got to stock up. You can't like let your guests go thirsty. Over this way, this is the second one. Again, temperature controlled, lots of room, lots and lots of room. So coming out here, so this is where you kind of sit after dinner, you have a couple drinks, music's playing, you're dancing, everyone's having a really great time. So that leads you upstairs. Over this way, you've got a 4-piece bathroom, complete with tub and shower. Again, we have 5.5 bathrooms in this home. The home itself is 7,800 square feet. It's absolutely massive, triple car garage, great for multi-generational living. You have another bedroom down here, which you can use as an office. If you and your spouse are working from home, you know, stay apart so you can stay together.
That's awesome. And this is just the lower level, right, Nikki? There's obviously a whole upper home. Yeah,
of course. Check this out. So we have a gigantic home theater room.
Oh my gosh.
So again, the whole home wired for sound, zone control, projection screen here. You can watch all your 90 Day Fiance in here, movies with the kids, sports when they come back. This is like the room you want to hang out in.
I don't even need the upper half. Can I just I'll just take the lower half because it's perfect and we'll be good to go.
This home is absolutely perfect. So it sits on 25 acres. The shop is absolutely beautiful, great for storage, great for home business. So yeah, we're at 3169 Barrie Hill Road.
Perfect, thank you. And if anybody wants more information about this beautiful home, you can head to our website, peggyhill.com, and just type in 3169 Barrie Hill Road, or you can actually email Nikki. Her email is nikki@peggyhill.com, and she's an expert on this home. She'd be more than happy to give you more information or give you your own personal virtual tour of this place if you are so interested. So thank you so much, Nikki. That was awesome. I love the basement only, so I would love to see the upstairs, and I'll head on myself and make sure I look at all those pictures.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nick. All right, we're going to move on to Peggy now, and we're going to go to Barrie, and we're going to talk about some Barrie market statistics, which I'm really excited to start talking about because we've got some new statistics from April. So Peggy, I think you're going to share your screen with us. Yeah, you are. Perfect. And we're going to get started on some content here for screen sharing. So now if anyone is just joining in at the moment, I would encourage you to pop your screen onto speaker view so that way you can see Peggy's screen right now and you can see all the most important information. All right, Peg, take it away.
Can you see my screen, Court?
I can.
Wonderful. Okay, hi everyone. Happy snowy Merry Christmas. Woke up this morning to a shock of snow outside. I took a picture of my pool running and the snow falling in it to send to my son in LA because I knew that he'd love to see that. So yeah, nobody can say we're not good sports. So we do have stats for April. I know that a lot of stats have been shared with people already on the news and what have you, and I find that the stats aren't really realistic as to what's actually happening in this marketplace. I know they like to compare year over year, but last April we were not in a pandemic. So I think it's highly unfair to compare stats from a year ago. Obviously sales are down from a year ago, but however, we weren't all shut-ins at the time. But having said all that, Barrie, had 98 sales in April of 2020. 98 sales is not something to balk at. That's a lot of homes, almost 100 homes sold. Sale price, the average sale price was 519. The
Oh, I
most,
think that's the median one, Peg. That was the median. No, that's okay.
I thought it sounded kind of low.
Yeah,
529.
I was like, hang on.
So
Yeah.
new listings, we had 226 new listings in Barrie alone for the month of April. And the one thing that actually matters, I'll show you days on market, which are 21, which is not really very high. January we had 23. Last August we had 27. So the days on market are pretty quick. They're amazing. The one that actually matters is the month of supply. So month of supply is really what dictates our prices. So if there's a lot of homes on the market, obviously it takes a lot longer to sell your home. And that's how we go between a buyer's market and a seller's market. So right now, so last June 19th, we had 3.4 months of inventory. That's pretty high. And that's bordering on a balanced market, almost to a buyer's market. So it would have taken, if everything on our board would have sold, it would have taken three and a half months to do that. Right now, we are sitting at 1.8 months of inventory, which makes a lot of sense as to why when you're driving around Barrie, you see a lot of sold signs. We have very few homes to sell, and the homes that are selling very quickly, and they're getting good money. Our prices have held. Unlike the stock market, real estate is not liquid. It takes a while to sell, so it's not easy to get in and out, which is a bonus for us because we don't see the kind of dips that the stock market does. So that's why I've always been a fan in investing in real estate. That's my number one reason. I don't see the fluctuations that you would see in, say, the stock market. So 1.8
not as quickly.
Yeah, is the seller's market. So if you've got something to sell in Barrie, you've got no problems.
Do you find, Peggy, that it is reflective of prices as well? So if you find we have higher months of inventory, that the prices do have to sort of adjust to come down? Do you sort of normally see that, or how do you?
And that's why I say months of inventory matter more than anything else. Real estate is a supply and demand business. We only work on supply and demand. So when our supply is as low as it is, the prices see pressure. So the prices start to go up because people have no choice and they start paying more. So that's why you've seen such great prices. And that's why you see the median price rising right now. In the middle of a pandemic, the prices are rising, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because it's the last thing you'd ever expect.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I also love months of inventory. It's a really great way to really get the real information on what's happening in your market. So that's great. Thank you so much, Peggy. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on before we head over to our first open house in Barrie?
Just your average price per square foot. Again, it's $375 per square foot if you were buying a home in Barrie, which is the highest it's been in a really long time. So
yeah,
it's been in over a year. So although we haven't been seeing the amount of sales, the sales that are happening are far higher than what was happening last year at this time.
Awesome. That's really great information. Thank you so much. So that's a little snippet of Barrie market stats. We are going to come and back and talk about the market in general, Simcoe County, and we've got Nick to talk about mortgages and mortgage rates and all that fun stuff. But we are going to head over to our first Barrie open house, which is our good friend Leslie over at 293 Mapleton Avenue in Barrie. So I think Leslie is just joining us now. Perfect. Hey, Leslie, how are you?
Fabulous. How are you, Court?
I'm really great. Thank you so much for doing this with us today and showing us 293 Mapleton. So I'm going to let you go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. So as Courtney said, we're at 293 Mapleton in Barrie. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, a whopping 2,600 square feet. So I'm just going to take you on a quick tour here just to show you all the different features of this home. So we are starting off just in the entranceway. Just look at this just grand entranceway in itself. When you walk in, You have a great office just to your right here. Nowadays with our home offices, that's very important. We have a nice, bright, open little dining room here. Look at all those windows just to bring that natural light in. And then just wait for this amazing kitchen. Look at that. And Court, look at this waterfall granite countertop.
I'm obsessed with this house. I've already seen the virtual tour and all the photos.
It's pretty awesome. Nice and bright. It's just recently been upgraded. All your stainless steel appliances, and then you can put everything in there imaginable. Then we're going to just take a quick look at our snowy backyard. But when there's no snow, obviously, this is just an amazing backyard of a saltwater pool. And then it backs onto environmentally protected space. So just look at that adventure back there. We're going to sneak back in and just take a quick look at this amazing living room. The hardwood floors. Then you have the California shutters. Aren't those pretty cool? You
hey,
also
Leslie, how much is 293 Mapleton listed for?
It's listed for $850,000.
Awesome.
Look at the updated lighting in the bathroom, two-piece bathroom. And then this amazing laundry room that goes right into a beautiful 3-car garage. Now, this home on Mapleton is about a 3-minute walk away from Holly Rec Center, which is amazing. It has hockey rinks, it has a pool, it has gymnasiums. This is just a perfect area for the kids. There are a few schools right around the area as well. You have the master bedroom. It's just huge. Bathroom. And as I said, this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. Another bathroom. And then I'm just going to quickly zoom you through the other 3 bedrooms. Look at the amazing light that's just coming into these rooms. So this is a very clean, bright, and open house. Everything upgraded from the kitchen. And there's actually a heated floor in the kitchen as well. As I said, saltwater pool and all that fun stuff. So feel free to come in and take a look at it. Thanks, Court.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. And we are going to be doing a Facebook Live of this house if you want more of a in-depth tour. So you can head over to our Facebook page after this is done. And I'm sure the video will be up there from Leslie. So thank you so much, Leslie. That was awesome. I do love 293 Mapleton.
Awesome. Thanks, Courtney.
All right. Thanks. See you later. All right. We're going to head over to our good friend, Nick Leckley at Mortgage Wellness, and he is going to talk to us about some financing on this particular property. So
hey, Courtney, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me today.
No worries. Thanks for joining us again.
All right, great. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. If you could just let me know when you can see it. All right.
There we go. We got it.
Okay, great. So I love this home for so many reasons. This is the perfect house. Like, we get inquiries about this sort of house all the time. And what I have in these first 2 points is the home appeals to many different buyers, and especially those looking to move north. So Courtney, I'm sure you've heard, dozens of times from clients who are like, living in, say, Aurora or Richmond Hill, and they're selling their townhouse for not a lot less than this home, for example. They're looking at the 3-car garage, they're looking at the pool in the backyard, they're looking at all the bedrooms and all the space and the formal dining room, and they're thinking, well, why on earth do I have a little townhouse here when I can come about 40 minutes north and get all of this? So I love that it appeals to the upsizer, and more specifically, in a lot of cases these days, I put on here, it appeals to the first-time home buying family. So what we see is often when clients come north, the family consolidates into one household in a big house like this, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
Mom and dad are living in a condo, and a nice young family with a few kids are in a townhouse. They sell the condo, that's worth say $400,000 or $500,000 in the city. They sell the townhouse in Aurora for $700,000. They consolidate households, and they're in this big dream home with a 3-car garage. Everybody can park in the garage. Everybody can enjoy the pool. Everybody has a bedroom, that sort of thing, right? So what I put in the second point here is the combined household income would be about $170,000. Now, think about that as a family though, okay? So like husband makes 60, wife makes 60, parents make 60 sort of thing. And that's really realistic, right? Now, if someone's selling their home, they need a household income of about $130,000 to qualify for this home. So let's take a look at the 2 different options, okay? So the left-hand column is that minimum down payment, so $60,000. CMHC insurance would apply. Total mortgage of about $800,000. Now, it trickles all the way down to about a monthly payment of about $4,000. Now, it might seem high, but keep in mind, there's potentially 4 incomes to carry this home, right? In this sort of scenario. So this is mom, dad, son, daughter-in-law, the kids. This is everybody in this home, right? Yeah. So very, very common circumstance. And on the right side, it's your traditional, like, we've sold a home and we're, putting 20% down on this home. And that trickles down to about a $2,700 payment. Now, usually what we see in these sort of circumstances is, with 20% down, one of the incomes may have an opportunity for like bonus or commission or some sort of additional income. So what I'd like to highlight in this sort of situation is the monthly payment on the mortgage is about $2,750. And if you have an opportunity for bonuses or commissions, you pay the property taxes annually using your bonus or commission. And then you're just kind of obligated to this $2,750 a month, which is really neat. Now, the advantage of a bigger mortgage like this is, again, the monthly payment is $2,750. $2,750 times 60 months, the total payments over the term is $165,000. Now that's a big number, but think it's over a 5-year period, right? You pay off $80,000 in principal over 5 years. So the bigger the mortgage, the more you pay down, of course, right? That equates to about 48% in principal. So what does that mean? You put out $1 and about half of the dollar comes back in your jeans. So that at the end of the 5 years, I think we can all guess, Peggy, Courtney, everybody, what this home's going to be worth in 5 years. Yeah. You apply a very minimal appreciation to this home and it's in the 9s.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then you'll owe 6. So that's, that's a great way to earn equity in a great home like this.
Yeah, especially it's your family home. You're living there. You're enjoying it. You're using the pool, gorgeous master bedroom. Yeah.
So much to enjoy. Yeah. Thanks, Courtney.
So good. Perfect. Thanks, Nick. So that was 293 Mapleton and our friend Nick Lequier over at Mortgage Wellness. And we're going to stay in Barrie now, and we're going to head over to our good friend Ange. And Ange today is at 75 Cumming. And this is a fantastic street in Barrie. Really, really beautiful street in Barrie. And there she is. Hey, Ange.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. So I am at 75 Cummings today. I'm going to just turn myself around here so you guys can see this fantastic property.
Perfect.
Okay, I'll try again.
You got it.
There we go. So I am at 75 Cummings Boulevard. This is listed for $650,000. It is a raised bungalow with a stucco exterior located in one of Barrie's most desirable neighborhoods. I'll just do a little bit of spin here so you guys can see that. The roof is only 2 years old with a transferable warranty. You will also appreciate the upgraded and insulated steel garage doors. And there's lots of room for parking, as you can see here. As we enter the house, you'll see that there's the nice, great big 2 doors. The entranceway is covered, which is also great. Now I'm just going to sneak in here. Upon entry here, you'll see that we have the option to go up or down with very minimal stairs leading to either direction. I'm going to start off in the kitchen. Just let me make my way there. This is highlighted by an abundance of rich toned cabinetry. So you can see there's crown moldings, granite countertops, stone backsplash, great island here. All stainless steel appliances. So I want to point out the hardwood floors throughout, 9-foot ceilings.
Gorgeous.
There's an elegant great room with a cozy fireplace surrounded by built-in cabinetry.
It's
It's really
open
open.
concept.
It is really
Yeah,
open. It's really nice. I'm
gorgeous.
just going to step out in the backyard here. This is a great backyard. And it comes with the gazebo. It's really nice.
Every time I see the snow, I'm like, what month is it?
I'm now going to show you the master bedroom.
I love it. Cumming is such a great street, and it really is sought after, isn't it, Ange?
Oh, it really is. It is a beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. This master is really nice, a really nice size. It's got a nice walk-in closet. You'll see here, lots of space. 3-piece bathroom right off the master.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it really is nice. Now, also
how many bedrooms are on the main floor, Ange? How many bedrooms are on the main floor?
So we have the masters here on the main floor, and then we go up a few steps here, if you can see that.
Yeah.
And we have 2 more bedrooms up here. Really nice size, great lighting for both of them. And then they have a 4-piece bathroom up here as well. So you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll head down to the basement. Again, just a couple of steps. We're back at our entranceway. Here we go. So this part of the basement is unspoiled and absolutely open for you to do whatever you please down here. It's a nice big open area. Off of there is the laundry room with lots of storage. We have some storage over here. We have an additional workshop and storage room in here. Great size laundry room. Lots and lots of room. And we're back into the unspoiled area. Nice large bathroom down here. Another 3-piece. Lots of light in the basement. I don't know if you can see how great. Nice big windows. So there's lots of light. Then there's a room in here that's easily could be an office or lots of storage again, if that's what you need. And then one more closet.
Amazing.
That's it. That's
Thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah. If you want more information, you can reach out to Ange, A-N-G, at peggyhill.com about 75 Cumming in Barrie. Or if you want just to peek at some photos or things, again, head to peggyhill.com. All the information is on there. It's ungated, so you don't have to put your information in. It's all there for you. If you want information about your own neighborhood, what you think your home would be worth as well, you can actually text 59559, or pardon me, text WATCH, the word WATCH, W-A-T-C-H, to 59559, and you can get a market update on your own neighborhood if you're in the Cumming neighborhood or any others, and we can help you out with that. So thank you so much, Ange. We're going to head over to Nick to talk a little bit more about financing on this property. I know it's listed at $650,000. So I think Nick is there with us, and take it away.
You got it. So I had to double take on this home, Courtney, because when I saw Cumming Drive and $650,000, I was like, no, that can't happen, right? Like, it is literally one of the most desirable streets in Barrie, and it's $650,000, and it's a beautiful house. Like, I mean, it's an awesome deal. So let me guide you through some financing options, okay? I'm just going to share my screen, so just give me a quick nod when you can see it there, if you don't mind.
Got it.
All right, great. So again, appeals to many different buyers. Now, a lot of people will say to me, like, $650,000, is that too expensive for the first-time home buyer? It really is not. Like, I mean, 2 professionals, you know, coming out of university, like we chatted about last time, you know, they require a household income of $135,000. So, you know, if both of these individuals, for example, get jobs with the city, you know, $75,000 a piece, they have more than enough income coming out to purchase this kind of property. Now, talk about a great start in your home buying journey. Cumming Drive, like, I mean, this house is going to go nowhere but up. It is in, like, it's in our bluffs. It's gorgeous. It's on a great street. You can have children here. They're in a great school district. There's just so many reasons why. So
and there's room to upgrade the value by finishing the basement or putting another bedroom down there, putting it like doing anything you want.
I think, this house, as you grow with a family, like you put a pool in the backyard, you have the art bluffs to walk in, you have a fabulous school, like it's just great. So about $135,000 for the first-time homebuyer to qualify. And for the upsizer, so somebody that's like maybe right behind here on like Hawthorne, who's selling a townhome, about $100,000 to qualify. So it's less because they're putting more down, and we can take that 30-year amortization, which brings the payments down as well, right? So I like to highlight, like for the upsizer, less income is required. Now, most people think that, for the upsizer, we're going to have more income, right? Like more people, stay at a job longer these days. Incomes increase over time. But you know what else happens, right, Courtney? People have children, they grow families, and one income is typically affected in the household. So for that reason, it's a really great option to say, put 20% down, sell the existing home, take the 30-year amortization, and get the lower payments. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Oh, sorry. Okay, so on the left-hand column, again, is your minimum down payment. So you see how the down payment is like slightly over 5%? That's because on a home that's priced over $500,000, there's a little bit of a different down payment criteria. So it's 5% down on the first $500,000, 10% down on anything after $500,000.
Right.
So that totals about $40,000 on this house. You have some CMHC insurance, and then it trickles down to about $3,400 a month with property taxes. Okay. So for the first time home buying couple, like two professionals, two good incomes, it's no problem. That's very common for what we see in that sort of category. The more common scenario, though, is the right-hand column, where again, somebody's like sold their townhome on Hawthorne. They want to stay in that area. They've always dreamed of living on Cumming, for example. They sell their townhome. They buy for $650. They put 20% down, which is $130. No CMHC insurance. They take advantage of this really great 30-year amortization. $2,100 a month. So they're just over $2,600 a month with property taxes on this one.
Wow, that's not bad, actually.
Yeah, it's great, right? And for an amazing home.
For a fantastic home and a great street. That's so great. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Nick.
Courtney.
You always give us such valuable information, and we always truly appreciate you with us. You can find Nick on our partners page at peggyhill.com, Nick Lequier from Mortgage Wellness. So he'll be here with us for the remainder. So that's so great. We're actually going to head back over to Peggy now, and we're going to talk a little bit more about our next location. And that is going to be in Oro Medonte. So I'll let Peggy take it away. And I think, Peg, are you going to share your screen with us for Oro, or how are you going to give us some statistics about Oro Medonte?
I will share my screen.
Fantastic. Oro is always one of those interesting places because it's such a huge location. You've got some waterfront properties, you've got Horseshoe Valley, you've got north, you've got south, you've got close to Barrie. So I always take Oro Medonte statistics with a little bit of a grain of salt because they can change so much. And I know, Peggy, that you are going to talk to us a little bit more about what that looks like because Oro is such a unique location. So I'll let you, I think you're there now. So take it away.
Oro is a very unique location. So you have to kind of take everything when you're looking at average sale price. So they've got Oro at 569, 173. Now doing this the beginning of May and it's snowing outside, there's not been a lot of waterfronts that have changed hands, and that'll drive up the price, the average sale price. However, what I wanted to show you was that even Oro, their month supply is 4.9 as opposed to Barrie, which is 1.8. Days on market are about the same, 21 days on market.
Yeah, that's the median as well. Do we have the average? Not that I don't know how much it changes too much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
26
to 24. So pretty close. Close. So month supply is quite a bit higher. However, when you go to price per square foot, we've got 375 in Barrie, 393 in Oro. So that just goes to tell you that your Oro home is valuable. And Courtney loves to hear that because Courtney lives in Oro and so does so
I'm totally biased.
Oro stats. Now, homes for sale in Oro, we have
Looks like 79.
79. And sales in Oro for the month, we have 11, which is pretty decent. I mean, that's, as you can see my graph here, Oro doesn't, you know, for considering its size, 11 sales is a good month. So we had 11 sales in December. We had 8 sales in January, pre-pandemic. So the fact that we have 11 sales in April in the midst of a pandemic, I think is a pretty good reflection of a strong market.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And yeah, Oro is definitely a unique place. So thanks for sharing all that information with us, Peggy. And we're going to move to our first open house in Oro Medonte, which I think he's our Oro specialist because he was with us last time. And that's Jim. And Jim, Charlotte, I don't know if you can help me here, my little back end genius, but if you can unmute Jim and give him some video. There we go. Hey, Jim, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good, good. Back in Oro.
Yeah, I love it out here. Listen how quiet it is.
I know, it's beautiful. Minus the snow again. I'm going to keep touching on that because I just...
Yep, definitely.
Awesome. So you're at 182 Hummingbird Hill. This is a really cool property. I'm really excited to see it. So I'll let you take it away.
All right. Well, it is a fantastic property. It's just over 30 acres of peace and tranquility. It's so quiet out here. We're really centrally located to like Barrie, Midland, or Lake is 5 minutes away. It's an absolutely awesome location. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit about the property. So this is kind of the vista. So you have the house they've got 3 great sized decks on the house. And then you have also a 22 by 16 shop. So just kind of quickly, horseshoe driveway. And this is what you're looking at across the road. So yeah, really towards the house. Metal roof, peace of mind. You're not going to have to do that for a long time. So we're going to make our way inside. Just a little shot of the shop there as well. Full 1 car with power, oversized 1 car. So making our way in. So they've converted the original garage to additional living and storage space. So there's a couple of different front door options. I went in the first one. So you walk in, and now here we're in the kitchen. Stainless steel appliances, really nicely laid out. One thing you'll notice about this house too is great big windows, updated windows, and they all have California shutters. So you have the mudroom with the laundry and the walkout to the back, which I'll show off again in a minute. Little dining area, and then into the living room. So the space really opens up here, really bright. One really cool thing about this house is so out of all of the windows in the house, you can't see another house. So it's really private. So off the back.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really something. The windows are really bright, even on a day like today where it's not, you know, the sunniest day. It's still really bright in here. So you have the sealed unit wood fireplace, walk out to the deck, another walk out to the deck, and then we're going to go up the hall. So we have the full bath, updated stand-up shower, really nice finishes here. And then, so the first bedroom, again, big bright windows. So this window is facing the front of the house. And again, you're not going to be able to see another house out of these windows. And the leaves aren't even on the trees yet. So
yeah, once they go in, you're going to be much more private.
Yeah, for sure. So ensuite, 2-piece ensuite with a little linen closet in there. We'll make our way to the second bedroom. Again, great size. This one has a gigantic closet. So they're using it like as office space. It would be perfect for that. You could use it as a huge walk-in closet, or you could even convert it to a separate room if you wanted to, and make it a full office. So
that's really
continue.
cool. I feel like you could also use that as like a small kind of separate, almost like even a nursery if you were having a young kid. That's where my mind is at, but like you could put the little crib in there, and
for
that's
sure.
so
Yeah,
cool.
there's so much room in here, and a window too. So so maybe you wouldn't be in the dark.
Yeah.
So we'll continue on. We'll make our way upstairs. So this is a bungalow loft. So you have it's 1.5 story, I guess, because this would make an excellent master bedroom, or even an additional living room, because not only do you have a ton of space up here, but you also have a walkout to a private deck. So, oh, and by the way, all of these blinds on the windows, the blinds are inside the glass, so no dusting. So here's your deck, your walkout from this room. You have an amazing, very, very private view here. So we'll go back inside.
So much potential. I'm like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, there's
like
so much room in this house. It's about 2,100 square feet. So
yeah, that's great. And what's it listed at again, Jim?
It's listed at $749,900.
Perfect.
For 30 acres in Oro.
Yeah, 30 acres, $749,900. Like, that's fantastic. And I know Nick's going to help us in a minute too when we're finished up here. But I think you have a little bit more for us.
Yeah, so I just want to quickly show off a couple more things. So basement. So the basement is unfinished, but it's huge. It's got full ceiling heights. It's being used right now as a fully functional workshop that a lot of people would be really jealous of. And then on top of that, you still have all of this space over here too. So when we're talking potential, you have potential for another probably 1,400 square feet finished down here with the full ceiling heights. And yeah. So before I go, I just want to really quickly head out back and show you guys the view from the back deck. So if you can just chat for a sec, it'll just take me a second.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, this is 182 Hummingbird Hill in Oro Medonte. And if you want more information, again, you can reach out to Jim at peggyhill.com, and I'm sure he can give you your own private tour or show you the Matterport, or if you're really serious about buying, he could probably take you for a showing with all of the precautions as well, so you can see it for yourself. You can always reach out to us there. 30 acres, so much potential. I know Jim's going to show us into the backyard, but I think that every time I speak with buyers, all I hear is we want more privacy, we want more land, we want to be out there. So this is the perfect style of home for you if that is what you are looking for. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have more questions about this property or any others. So we're gonna right. You ready there, Jim?
Yeah, so just walking into the backyard, this is the view that you got. So again, you have two decks right here off the back of the house, overlooking, some of the property. But the really nice thing, so we're kind of backing northwestern, so you get a lot of sun back here. So especially when it's coming down. So the nice thing is this is the wraparound deck, and you kind of sit up here, you watch the sun, have your morning coffee, in May you can watch the snowfall. But yeah, it's a really really tranquil out here, really peaceful. If you're looking for privacy with some land, you can't beat it.
Is part of the lot there fully fenced, Jim, or how does
it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's probably almost an acre that's fenced.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Jim. I think is that it for you today?
Yep, that's it for this place. So
great. Well, thank you.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and yeah, come and take a look.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jim. Cool. So we're going to head over now to our friend Nick Lequier back at Mortgage Wellness. He's going to give us another update on some financing for this particular property.
Courtney, I have to say I'm so impressed with how good you are at saying my last name now.
I know.
It's good. Oh yeah, it's very good.
Say it right.
You do, definitely. All right, great. I'm going to share my screen with you again here. So just bear with me for 1 sec. And if you could just let me know when you see it again there, Courtney.
For sure.
Okay, great. It should be up there.
Perfect. Oh. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, great. So again, you and I share a love for Oro because I'm in Oro and so are you. So this place is a total dream. First of all, I know the location very well because it's very close to my place. So it is like super ideal, like close to the highway, you get 30 acres and everything else. But let's talk about the financing benefits. So, you know, if we compare, say, the last two homes to this home, the taxes are lower, right? So the last couple homes that we looked at, you know, are in around the range of $6,000. This home has taxes of $360 a month, which means it's easier to qualify for. I mean, you know, apples to apples, if we compare a $750,000 home in town to a $750,000 home out of town, the out of town home has lower taxes and as such is easier to qualify for because of course we're taking into account mortgage, taxes, and utilities when we're qualifying somebody for a home. So the lower the taxes are, the more mortgage they can afford, which is great. So acreage, let's talk about acreage for a sec. So lenders consider using the mortgageable value of up to 10 acres. Doesn't mean the property is worth any less. It just means they put a value, and I'm going to show you how this works on my next slide, of 10 acres. So with this home having 30 acres, it's perfectly ideal with those with a slightly higher down payment. So what we see usually is like, you know, maybe somebody's selling that home on Cumming or selling that home on Mapleton, breaking out of the city, coming to Oro, and they have a big down payment for this home. Now, the last point that I want to make from a financing benefit perspective is, again, that there's limited utility costs because this home is on well and septic. So if we put in about $150 a month in savings for straight, like, you know, utility savings by just being off those services, $150 a month is equivalent to about $35,000 in mortgage. So, you know, not only do we have lower taxes, but we have lower utility costs as well. So, you know, I would say you'd save about $200 a month in taxes and about $150 a month in utilities. And that makes this home more affordable, right? So let me show you how the acreage works, okay? So the purchase price is $749,000, but again, it's on 30 acres. So what I did was I said, how much would the extra 20 acres be worth? And the answer is not half of the value. It's not even $100,000. I said about 50 grand because this house is great. It's big. It has the garage. Like Jim mentioned, it has about an acre of fenced land. That's where the value is. The extra acreage is just like, you know, obviously they're really nice to have as well, right? Mm-hmm. So here's how we break down the financing is we say, you know, and again, this is an estimated number, this lending value. So you buy it for $750,000, the bank is going to say, we'll use about $700,000 of that. So you put down 20% on that number, plus you make up the value that they're not going to, you know, mortgage, right? So it turns out that the total down payment, it's only 25%. Like it's not that much of a difference, right? But you see my point in saying that like it's perfectly suited for those that are, you know, selling a home in town or selling a smaller home and they have a really sizable down payment. But they still get a really, really affordable down monthly payment. So, you know, we looked at those, you know, I think the $850 price point was about here. But, you know, it's because the taxes are higher as well. So this is perfect for somebody that's like, again, moving out of town. They want some space. They want to spread their arms. They want to come to our wonderful home in Oro. And they can do that for like $2,600 a month, which is, you know, a really amazing payment for this awesome home.
Yeah, for, you know, $2,600 a month for 30 acres in Oro, still close to Barrie, still close to everything you need. So that's amazing.
Including the taxes, right? So, you know, the mortgage on its own is $2,200, which is just fabulous. Yeah. Right?
Perfect.
Thanks, Courtney.
So great. Thanks, Nick. Okay, awesome. So that was Nick Lequier again from Mortgage Wellness. And I'm just looking at my schedule here, and we are gonna now move over to, or go back actually. We started in Springwater and we're going to end again in Springwater. So our good friend Jonathan is over at 2894 Highway 26 in Minising. And this is a stunning country charmer, really, really great home. And I think he's over there now. So if my little elves in the background could help me out and get him on video and get him up and sorted. I think
Hey, Courtney, can you hear me? Can you see me?
There we are. I can hear you.
Perfect.
I can see you. You're all set. So that's
Excellent.
great.
Well, is it May 9th or January 9th? Like, geez
I don't know.
Louise. So I am here at 2894 Highway 26. It's an absolutely gorgeous country charmer. We have 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. There's around 3,000 total square feet. And I'll just give you a little tour right now. It's listed great value at $724,900. So over here, I'm in the living room, and the living room is bright, very spacious, and it leads into this beautiful kitchen and dining room area. So over here in the kitchen, we have great layout, tons of cupboard space, tons of cabinet space. I absolutely love the layout here, the color scheme. There's an absolutely gorgeous stone accent wall right behind me with wall sconces. And then over here is this beautiful deck. It's covered, perfect for days like today, where you can just go enjoy, you know, a nice cup of tea, dine al fresco if you like. Absolutely gorgeous. And you overlook some beautiful farm fields. It's about half an acre total space on the lot itself. And I'm gonna take you through the kitchen over here. Absolutely beautiful cupboard space. As you can see here, double sink overlooking the beautiful backyard. And then I love this combined laundry and mudroom. It is so convenient. It has a ton of space, leads directly into the 2-car garage. And then over here is this really cool loft bedroom. So I did mention it is 4 bedrooms, but this is one that is completely separate. So if anybody has any older teenage children, they're absolutely gonna love having their own loft space over here. And it has its own 2-piece ensuite bathroom as well. Really cool spot. And now I'm just gonna take you through to the other bedrooms, which are located on the 2nd floor. So
yeah,
like
I love this house, Jonathan. There's so much natural light as well, which I find like there's so much, even though it looks like a bit of a snowy day, there's like the light in there is just amazing.
Absolutely. It's kind of like blinding sometimes, right?
Yeah.
It's so sunny. I'm in this little kind of like office space here on the main floor. And the main floor has really new updated flooring as well. They've done a lot of great little updates throughout this home. And now let me show you upstairs, because the master bedroom is absolutely to die for. So now we're on the 2nd floor. There are 3 separate bedrooms right up here. And my favorite room is right over here. Look at this master. Absolutely huge master bedroom. Ton of light, ton of natural light. Here's a beautiful walk-in closet with ton of storage. Look at all that storage and beautiful organizing space. And then over here, the pièce de résistance, a beautiful updated master ensuite bathroom. Look at this here, nice soaker tub, glass enclosed shower, double sinks for when you're getting ready in the morning. Always love a double sink. And then over here we have 2 other really great sized bedrooms, and then a 4-piece shared bathroom, again with double sinks. Absolutely love them. And then the bedrooms over here are great size. And I love this one particularly because it has a nice little reading nook and this built-in cabinet space as well.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and I think that little
reading.
bench actually opens, so there's storage under that bench as well.
Absolutely. Look at this right over here. Ton of toys. So if you have like a 4 or 5-year-old or a toddler, great space. And then here's the 3rd bedroom on the 2nd floor over here. Beautiful, bright double closets. Really beautiful country charmer, and it is listed at $724,900 and just about half-acre lot total size.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jonathan. This is a stunning home. And if anyone has other information, you can reach out to Jonathan at peggyhill.com. He'd be more than happy to give you some more information about this property or any others again. So love, love, love this home. Thanks so much, Jonathan.
Thank you, Courtney. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
You too. All right. So that was our last tour again. So if any of these tours you're interested in, want more information on, you can give us a call. You can find all of our information on the website. So we are going to head over to Nick one more time for financing on this property.
I think I'm good. There we go.
Yeah,
Awesome.
sorry, I muted you and then unmuted you.
No, I do it all the time. I should just wait for you. I know, right?
Good.
We're getting better at it, though.
No, you're good.
All right, cool. All right, just let me know that you can see my screen again there, if you don't mind, Courtney.
I can. Yeah,
Awesome.
I got it.
Okay, so this is, as a follow-up to our last conversation, all the benefits of that last home, same reasons, even lower taxes, okay? So taxes on this home are $263 a month, which is about half of what we saw in Barrie, right? So what we know for sure is those people that want to be in Barrie definitely want to be in Barrie, right, Peggy?
Absolutely.
I would never be able to talk, you and I would never be able to talk Peggy to move to Oro, I don't think. And
I don't think so either.
And Peggy would never talk us into moving into Barrie. So, for those that want to be outside of town, this is perfect. Literally half the taxes of inside town. Plus, you get that compound benefit of the fact that it's on well and septic, right? So, what I did here is I said, well, if the taxes are $263, it's about $250 a month savings versus in town, right? Plus, you get that limited to utility cost, and I pegged that savings at about $150 a month. Total savings of about $400 a month. What does $400 a month equate to? It's about $100,000, Courtney. So, when we look at the financing benefits of this home specifically, we're buying for $724,900, for example. It may as well be at $824,900, really, right? Because we're saving on the taxes and we're saving on the utilities by being on well and septic as well. So what I did is I just gave you a little bit of a breakdown here. You've heard me talk about a bunch of different financing benefits, but this home specifically, 20% would be about $145,000 down, no CMHC, $2,300 a month, plus the estimated utility savings as well, right? So fabulous home for so many reasons. Like, well and septic equals utility savings. $263 a month in property taxes is literally half of what you'd see in town. So this home is super duper affordable, $2,600 a month, including property taxes.
Yeah, and it's so close to Barrie. It's actually only 15 minutes down to 26.
There you go, right? Yeah.
Close to Angus, close to the base, everywhere.
Yeah, you keep on following 26 and, measure, say, the first comparable home to this in Barrie and look at what the property taxes would be. They would be double, and then you'd have the utility cost because, of course, you wouldn't have the septic in the well, right? So super affordable, $2,600 a month. Great home, great price.
Fantastic. That's so great. If you do want more information about financing options, you can always reach out to Nick. You can find them on our partners page. So we're going to quickly pop back over to Peggy, and we're going to talk about some market statistics for the Springwater area. So I think, Peggy, if you want to share your screen with us one more time, that's our last home tour, but we've got some really, really valuable market information coming up. So Peggy, if you want to go ahead and share your screen with us.
Can you see me?
I can, except it says increase your engagement. So I need a different screen there.
Really?
Yeah, I need a different one. That's okay, we're learning.
I'll give you another one. I'll give you another screen. I have many screens. That is my.
I know. I think you have 5 in total, which would be including your Apple Watch, your phone, and then your free desktop.
Terrible. For those who don't know me, I'm a screen junkie. Can you see it now?
Time all the time. Yeah, I can see your market stats now. That's perfect. Thanks, Peg.
Okay, so Springwater has been kind of a steady eddy, as you can see. Sales are, let's see here, 12 sales for April 2020. So, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's not a big place. But as you can see, they had 9 last January. They had 13 last February. December of 2016, they had 8. So it's not, these are not bad numbers. So it's a pretty steady market.
Yeah, what I find about Springwater too is people, especially because it encompasses places like Midhurst, Minising, all those places, Snow Valley, people stay. It's not a really high turnover area. So when a property comes up in Springwater, it's an amazing opportunity because people have a tendency to settle in.
Exactly. And so we've got 28 days on market, which isn't bad. Month supply, I showed you. No, I didn't. 3.4 months of supply, which is a seller's market going into a balanced market. So sales are still happening. The other thing, so new listings, they have 39 new listings, and as you can see, that's pretty normal. Like it, I don't think they realize there's a pandemic in Springwater, so pretty average amount of listings and sales. So in comparison to Barrie, where you can see it's all over the map, you know, we have so many ups and downs in Barrie, where Springwater is just coasting.
Just chilling.
Just
That's
chilling.
great.
You're good.
Okay. Okay, that's a good little update on Springwater. So I think you can keep some of your screen there, Peg, or if you, we're going to head over now into our sort of final recap of the market in Simcoe County. Anything else that we're noticing as we completed April? And Nick, we'll get you to chime in as well when you feel necessary. We'll start with Peggy in some market statistics for the greater Simcoe region, just as a whole in general.
So for Simcoe County, we've seen 725 sales so far, and that's 780 in comparison to 2019. So really, we're not exactly behind the ball by much. But what I do want you to notice is the average price. So the average price is $560,000 in comparison to $539,000. So the prices are going up. And again, that's all supply and demand. Market stats last month over 2019 over 2020. And again, a little bit skewed because that is, you know, we're in a pandemic, so you really can't judge last year to this year. What I do want you to see, even though we are a sleepy little town, I'm going to stop sharing that screen and start sharing another screen because I have so many I'm showing off now.
So many. Yeah, you are.
So many. Okay. What I really want to show you is this. Can you see this?
Yes, looks like a chart.
Yes. Okay.
Awesome.
So Aurora right now, which is a great market at any given time, they have 2.9 months of inventory. The entire TREB, the Toronto Real Estate Board, has 1.9, which is actually more than what Barrie has. Aurora is 2.9, York Region's 2.9. Look at King, 8.8 months of inventory. So I think a lot of that is the new builds out there. So, you know, that's a lot of inventory. That's a buyer's market right there. And there was one more that stood out. Richmond Hill's at 3.1, Vaughan's at 2.6, and Stouffville's at 3.7. So there are places out there that aren't seeing the kind, even though they like to think Simcoe County's a sleepy little, you know, part of the world, we're not. Our days are, we don't have a lot of inventory. Things are selling here. So when I want to make a real estate decision, I want to sell in a seller's market. This is the market to sell it. So I realize that we're in a pandemic. I realize that all that stuff is going on. We certainly know how to sell safely. However, if you want to capitalize on your home, I would be selling in this market.
Especially with the months of inventory, like you were stating, Peg, and being so low as they are. I know that we have low inventory, especially the low inventory in the stuff that is moving under 500,000 for first-time buyers that do want to get into the market. So I know we're struggling for listings to sell to our clients that we, you know, they've already seen what's out there or it's already gone. So we did have a decrease, like you said. So that's great. Thank you for that update. And hey, Nick, over there again. I don't know if you have another market update for us on the mortgage side of things.
Totally. And I just wanted to, you know, what I always find interesting is looking at that average sale price and then balancing that to our average mortgage amount. So across, say, the 600 families that we help all year, last year was $370,000 was the average mortgage amount across our entire, you know, book of clients. This year it's up to about $401,000. So that's a 10% increase to the amount of money that people are buying across the families that we help. So, you know, what's that indicative of? I'm not really sure because that is also refinances and purchases. Right. I think personally it's indicative of just higher home prices as well, right? Like, you know, as the home prices go up, 5% down on that home goes up, 20% down on that home goes up. So people need to borrow a little bit more money as well. But just interesting to think that the average home price, somewhere below 600,000, average mortgage amount somewhere below 400,000. Take it for what it's worth, I suppose, right? Quick little update in terms of mortgage financing, if you wanted me to jump into that, Courtney. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that would be great. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, great. So I shared this with Peggy in our last virtual coffee that we did on Monday. And if you're looking for that, you can find it on the Mortgage Wellness page, or certainly on the Peggy Hill page as well. It's posted there. Peggy and I have a chat every Monday about what's going on, probably more so over the weekend, right, Peggy? But just in general over the last week. And we have a good chat and catch up on all things mortgages and real estate. So one of the things I chatted with her is the best news in the mortgage business, because of course, every conversation in my world starts with, what's the rate, right? Like, what's happening? So if you go to just, I'm going to start at actually the second point while we're on interest rates. So the trend was rates were heading down. So you guys have heard me talk about this before, is in every spring market, traditionally, historically, it happens seasonally, rates head down in a spring market. So as the market heats up, more lenders want market share. And how do they get it? They decrease prices, right? So they decrease rates going into the spring market because they know that there's going to be market activity and they want to get some market share. So, just like every year, but this year we saw the spring market hit early. So when the spring market hit early, rates came down and continued to go down. And then of course, bang, pandemic hit. Uncertainty in the financial market means rates go up. Right? Uncertainty leads lenders to feel a little uncertain what's going to happen to the market, what's going to happen to values. And until we saw some sort of stability, rates were just, a little bit higher, not double, not triple. We were at, say, 2.5% and they went up to 3%. So not alarming by any means. Now that we've settled into a little bit of a new normal and banks are comfortable with what's happening, and you're seeing a whole bunch of protection measures happening everywhere, obviously. But more importantly, there's a plan for how we're going to see our way through this. Rates are now, can you see that? Down, down, down. Literally every day, we're seeing rate decreases. Every single day. We're having to, what we call, reprice our pipeline. So if I'm doing a mortgage for Courtney, and I'm doing a mortgage for Peggy, and I'm doing a mortgage for Jonathan, for example, every day I'm having to check back in and say, am I offering them the best rate? Am I giving them the best rate? Has their lender moved again? So I think I've joked with a few of you that I kind of feel like a stockbroker these days. I'm like, watching the ticker hourly, but rates are going down and they're going down and they're going down, which means that, if you can get a great price on a home right now, you're going to get a really affordable payment and a really dynamite interest rate as well right now. So how good do they look? About 2.5% for a first-time home buyer. And for the upsizer, about 2.79. Now, we've discussed before, a lot of people are going to have the question if they haven't heard it before, why does the first-time home buyer get the better interest rate than the person with 20% down? And the answer to that, as you know, Courtney, is this buyer pays the CMHC insurance, right? So they
CMHC insurance gets you.
Yeah, exactly. So if we go back to those financing scenarios that we'd prepared, you saw a few different scenarios today. 15,000, 30,000, 20,000 in CMHC that's added to the mortgage. So because it's government insured, because it's government backed, they get a really great interest rate as well. Both of those interest rates will continue to decrease over the next few weeks. Okay. So now those are both fixed rates as well. So those are 5-year fixed rates. We're big advocates of fixed rates. I think we serve, a very sort of community and family orientated area, being Simcoe County. So I think our clients value fixed rates. So both of those are fixed rates, 2.5 and 2.79 basically. I would expect the rate for first-time homebuyers to be sub 2.5% over the next 2 weeks. You're going to start to see 2.39, 2.29 maybe even. And those variable rates will get very deep. You'll see sub 2% variable rates. So lots happening in there. Bouncing back up to that first point, money is still available. We get that question less so these days, but for the first 4 weeks, every day, are you open? Can I still get a mortgage? Is my financing going to be affected? The answer generally is no. Nothing will be affected as long as you're still working. There's no changes. If you are not working and you have a previously committed deal, so you bought pre-pandemic, so your intention was to buy before you lost your job, you're going to get a mortgage. There's no question. Now, if you're laid off and looking to purchase it, it's more of a strategic move. You know, we have a few people that are reaching out, for example, like 2 teachers reaching out, for example. They're still working, they're still getting paid, but they have a little more time on their hands to plan. So that's a perfect time to start planning. If I sold, I would sell for X. What can I buy for? And we start working through all the numbers. Generally speaking, money is still very much available. We're very, very, very busy right now, believe it or not. And, you know, last point, just keep in touch. Rates will continue to decrease as we adjust into the new normal. Keep in touch with your specialist or your broker to watch rates go down, and just ensure that you're getting the best deal possible.
Can I just ask you something, Nick?
Yes, absolutely.
I realize the rates have gone down because there's a lot of comfort level based on, you know, the worst case scenarios, and we've kind of got used to the pandemic now.
Right.
I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but I kind of think, and this is why when people ask me, like, are you serious? I should sell my house during a pandemic. I know what I know today. What I know today is for real, 100% cemented facts. I don't know what it looks like after the pandemic, but my gut is telling me that not everybody is going back to work. Not everything is going to be spinning at 100%. Mm-hmm. And that's when prices will drop, and that's when rates will go up, because they will have to price in a new sense of, you know, problem.
Insurance, basically. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that, you know, for those looking for the bottom with rates, I think the bottom is kind of a crazy game to play anyway. I don't play it in the stock market. I don't play it in the real estate market. I wouldn't play it in the rate market, because you're never going to know you're at the bottom until they start going up. So,
you know, a great example of that, Peggy, like, you know, you always ask the car salesman what kind of car he drives, for example, or she drives. You know, my mortgage was up for renewal. I've been in this house for 5 years, the home that we built 5 years ago. So we refinanced it. I accessed the Manulife One, great product, mortgage and line of credit. We had the home appraised. It came in higher than I thought it was going to, which is, you know, really surprising given the times, but, you know, that's a telltale sign that values are still strong. But most importantly, I got a 5-year fixed rate of 2.89%, because as you know, as you mentioned, all I know is what I know right now. So what did the mortgage guy get? I got 2.89%. The same rate with Manulife 1 week later, mine's now closed, is 2.69. So it's 0.2 less. And, you know, so is it going to go down? Yes. Could it go up? Yes, absolutely it would. So I think generally speaking, if we can get an interest rate of 3% or less, it's a great deal.
Absolutely.
Now, in terms of home prices, you and I have chatted about this. So, you know, there's a finite amount of homes on the market. We just, you know, that sort of summarizes everything that you just discussed. So homes are still available. You can still buy them and everything else. Now, how many people are just waiting to list their homes once things get back to normal?
I mean,
yeah, me personally, I was a germaphobe before all this started. Yeah. So, you know, I might not list my home right now because of that, right? It drives my wife crazy. So how many people like me are there out there, for example, that are waiting to list their home till after?
Exactly.
So when things go back to normal and everybody lists their home, what's going to happen? You know, that's right. So we know what's going to happen unless there's a reasonable amount of buyers to keep up with the inventory. Then all of a sudden it becomes a buyer's market, right? So if there's not enough buyers and there's a supply of listings, it's a buyer's market, which means that, you know, we're sort of predicting here, but you'll get less for your home. Right now, it's a pretty balanced market. I think it's still a seller's market, you would say, right, Peggy?
100%. 100% a seller's market.
So that is a very easy conclusion. I agree with you. You will get more from your home now than in the future, for sure. Now, how much more, we don't know, right? Like, what is going to be the effect of it? I'm not sure, but it's an easy conclusion to make. I think you're right.
Yeah.
And I think all the point of us having all these conversations as well is just to keep everybody informed, give you education, give you information, so that way you can make the best decisions for yourselves, right? I mean, both of you, I know that's exactly how you work. We're here to serve, and we're here to make sure that everybody in our community, you know, has all of the information in front of them so that you can make the most informed decision. Because I know that's always when I feel the worst, is when I don't know what's going on. So the more information that we can provide and help, the better.
Awesome. Thank you.
Totally agree.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We are running over time here at 12:20, but we'll just do is there anything else about Simcoe County Market or anything that you wanted to touch on, Peggy, with us about just the general real estate market after Nick touched on?
No, the market is strong. It is strong right now, and I know it's hard to believe and hard for people to wrap their heads around. I'm not suggesting for a second that it's not going to be strong after pandemic. However, there's so many variables that could come at us depending on how many people get back to work, how many people can still afford their homes. So that's all I can quote on is supply and demand. And right now the demand is high, the supply is low. If I had an asset, I would be selling it.
Great. That's great. Thank you so much, Peggy. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, we always appreciate our viewers and people who are looking at this information. So we're going to wrap it up. If you need anything at all, head to peggyhill.com. You can reach out to us for any further questions, 705-739-4455. We're happy to help in any way that we can and just give you the information so you can make the most informed decisions. We are still staying safe. We are still adhering to all of the necessary things to make sure that all of our clients are safe, all of our listings are safe, all of our buyers, that everyone stays safe. We can do this virtually and we're here to help. So we're going to wrap this up, and thanks so much again, Peggy.
Thank you.
And we will see
Saturday.
Everybody next time. Happy Saturday. Go enjoy the snow. Bye.
The Peggy Hill team, real people, real service, and real results. The Peggy Hill team, keeping it real.